All right, let's do a mini NBA trade deadline recap. Two moves off the bat that I like that aren't on this graphic. I like the DeAndre Hunter to Cleveland first because I think they got a big wing, they got some size. He can defend. He's a capable scorer. Not saying that move necessarily makes them a contender, but it gives them a puncher's chance versus Boston, and we'll see what happens with them come playoff time. Then the next move that I like the Kyle Kuzma to Milwaukee Bucks trade. Not saying that he's going to go over there and be their third star, but I think he's a fill-in kind of guy. That in the instance that Dame or Giannis have an off night, Kuzma's a guy that can go out there and get you 20 and fill in for the scoring that those other two stars normally produce for you. So he gives them some insurance. He's a capable rebounder. He can knock down shots, create on his own. I think that's a nice little solid pickup for them, and we'll see what happens with them as well. Then I have to tip my hat off to Rob Pelinka, what he was able to accomplish this trade deadline. By him getting Mark Williams, although I think he might have given up too much for him, he was still able to get him. He got them some size, a reliable starting center in this league, a young up and coming player. And I think that Mark being able to play with LeBron and Luka is only going to allow his game to flourish more because all he has to do is block shots, rebound, finish at the rim, and finish at little pocket passes and just be ready when the ball comes your way. Because with those two guys on your team, you're going to have a bunch of open looks, a bunch of lobs. You're going to have a field day being a big on that team. Then we have Brandon Ingram. I like that trade for Toronto. They were able to get a nice up and coming star in Ingram. Scotty, and RJ are a nice little trio. We'll see what happens with them. But I like that little three piece that they have right there, and we'll see what the future holds for them. Hopefully, their games can coexist. I would personally go with Scotty at the point guard and let those two other guys play the two and the three and see what the future holds with them. Then we have Jimmy the Warriors. I don't like the move. I'm not very fond of it. I think it doesn't necessarily put them over the hump. I still think they're still in the same category of what they were before they traded for him, and they just paid him 60 million a year for 2 years. So off this extension. So we'll see what happens with them. I don't think they're necessarily contender, but if Jimmy can turn into playoff Jimmy for the rest of this regular season, who knows? Maybe they have a shot. But that's my little recap of the NBA trade deadline. We'll see what happens.